they were sitting there, and they said that it was a full moon out, and they said they seen a tall, 8 foot tall figure walking up to their vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And it unfurled its wings, and it let out a shriek, and they took off. Well, that woman doesn't even live in Tennessee anymore. She moved all the way out to California. And
Mm-hmm.
I tried every way possible to reach out to this woman, and she won't reach back out to me. But I tried to initially connect the dots. I was thinking maybe this was a Mothman, because a year prior in 2022, a guy said that he had seen what looked like a giant moth. And so I'm sitting there trying to connect the dots, thinking that this is Mothman. But most of the time when you hear about Mothman, you hear about the giant red glowing eyes. And that was one thing that stuck out. The description of this creature, this thing shrieked, and it did not have no big red glowing eyes. Now, whether this be, some kind of demon, or what we could call a Bat Squatch, or some kind of bat creature, I don't know. But
yeah,
it's an ominous feeling in this place, and there's creatures in here that I quite frankly think that I don't want to run into. Other than Bigfoot, I like running into the Bigfoot. They're laid back. They're cool. The ones here are anyway. They're cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's never fun running into any of them, but
it's never fun, no. But it's an experience that'll last a lifetime. You can tell you about it. And that's the biggest out of my whole end game, is to raise awareness. And just keep people safe and informed. And just not let them act like idiots out in the woods, because it's their home. You need to respect it. But then again, if you don't respect it, there's unintended consequences that can come along with that.
Right.
Whether it be paranormal activity, getting some kind of attachment onto you, or whatever the case may be.
Right. And Anna actually has a good point.